जय हिंद। कल जैसा कि आप लोग को पता है कि कल वेस्ट बटवारा में जेकेपी और आर्मी और सीआरपीएफ के द्वारा एक ज्वाइंट ऑपरेशन में एक आतंकवादी को मार गिराया गया। पिछले एक हफ्ते से इसी जनरल एरिया से काफी इनपुट मिल रहे थे। उनके ऊपर काफी ऑपरेशन भी लॉन्च किए गए, बट कल जो है हमारे जवान इन मिलिटेंट्स को होल्ड अप करने में कामयाब रहे, काफी स्विफ्ट और क्विक एक्शन के साथ। काफी मेहनत और स्विफ्ट एक्शन के बाद जो है इन मिलिटेंट के साथ कॉन्टैक्ट इस्टेब्लिश हुआ था। इस ऑपरेशन के दौरान मिलिटेंट ने अंधाधुंध फायरिंग करी और ऑपरेशन के दौरान हमारी पहली प्रायोरिटी होती है सिविलियंस की सेफ इवैक्यूएशन। इसी सेफ इवैक्यूएशन के लिए हमारे जवानों ने अपनी सेफ्टी को ताक पे रख के सिविलियन को इवैक्यूएट करने की कोशिश की, जिस दौरान मिलिटेंट ने मौके का फायदा उठा के भागने की कोशिश करी और जानबूझ के सिविलियन की तरफ फायरिंग करी और ग्रेनेड मारा, जिसमें हमारे एक आर्मी के जवान भी जख्मी हुए और 2 सिविलियन भी इंजर्ड हुए, जिनको जल्द से जल्द इवैक्यूएट करके 92 बेस हॉस्पिटल लिया गया। सभी इंजर्ड की कंडीशन जो है स्टेबल है और मैं कॉम्प्लीमेंट करूंगा सबसे ज्यादा आर्मी, पुलिस और सीआरपीएफ के बाद जो लोकल पॉपुलेशन है हमारी उस एरिया की, जिन्होंने पूरी कोऑपरेशन हमारी एक्सटेंड करी इस ऑपरेशन को स्विफ्टली कंडक्ट करने में। हालांकि काफी अनफॉर्चुनेट है कि 2 सिविलियन इंजर्ड हो गए, बट हमारे जवानों ने पूरी बहादुरी से मिलिटेंट का मुकाबला करते हुए सिविलियंस को फिर भी इवैक्यूएट किया और ये इंश्योर किया कि जो मिलिटेंट है वो भागने में कामयाब ना हो। जैसा कि आप सबको पता है, कुलगाम जिले में कुलगाम पुलिस, आर्मी और सीआरपीएफ के दौरान जो बीच में जो सिनर्जी है वो काफी अच्छी है और काफी स्विफ्ट और क्लीन ऑपरेशंस हो रहे हैं। और इन्हीं एफर्ट्स का नतीजा है कि पिछले 1 साल के दौरान तकरीबन 50 के करीब आतंकवादी जो है कुलगाम जिला में मार गिराए गए हैं। इन 50 आतंकवादियों में से तकरीबन 10 जो है फॉरेन टेररिस्ट भी थे और ये बहुत ही बड़ी बधाई की बात है हमारी फोर्सेस के लिए कि जितने भी हमारे ऑपरेशन हैं सारे बिल्कुल क्लीन और स्विफ्ट तरीके से होते हैं। और अंत में मैं सबसे ज्यादा शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूंगा हमारी लोकल पॉपुलेशन का, जिनकी कोऑपरेशन से ऐसे ऑपरेशन स्विफ्टली होते आ रहे हैं और होपफुली आगे भी होते रहेंगे। थैंक यू।
We'll just tell you about the critical aspects of this operation carried out last evening, which resulted in elimination of this terrorist. We have been receiving inputs about presence of terrorists in this general area, not only this village but the villages around for last few days. And yesterday in the afternoon, we received specific human intelligence from Jammu and Kashmir police and regarding presence of one unidentified terrorist in village Wells Bhatpura. Now, immediately on receipt of input, the local RR battalion, which is 9 Rashtriya Rifle, along with a party of J&K police, they swung into action and carried out the cordon of the cluster of the target area. Now this cordon was laid with speed and therefore the surprise was achieved and terrorist was trapped and held up in the target cluster of the houses. Immediately on completion of this cordon, the outer cordon was also reinforced by CRPF. As you are all aware that in such operations our prime concern is the safety of civilians from the target area. So immediately on laying such cordons, we first focus on evacuation of locals to the safer areas, and that was being done. And immediately while this process was on, our local civilians were moving to the safer areas. This terrorist moved out from the area where he was hiding and he fired indiscriminately towards the civilian, and you are aware that they have no love lost for safety and security of our civilian brothers and sisters. However, our inner cordon had our people of joint RR and JK police. One of our young officer who sensed the danger to the civilian, he immediately moved out and without flinching, without caring for his personal safety, towards the true tradition of Indian Army, he immediately expedited the process of evacuation of this civilian, and simultaneously he also retaliated to the fire of terrorists towards the target zone. Now in this entire firefight, this officer got injured. He sustained a gunshot wound, and before he was evacuated, he was successfully able to extricate that particular lot of our civilians towards the safer zone. And with his retaliatory fire, probably the terrorist also got injured and retreated back into the target house. This young major was given first aid, and immediately he was evacuated to 92 base hospital in Badami Bagh, Srinagar. Meanwhile, the terrorist who was in the target zone, he was consistently kept engaged by our troops in contact, and he was kept hold up. After some time, he saw the dire situation, and he again tried to break the cordon, and he moved out. This time again he fired indiscriminately with automatic rifle. He had a AK-47, and he threw grenades also. One of the grenades he purposely probably threw towards the lane from where our civilians were being evacuated, and unfortunately during this time again two of our civilians, they got injured. They had splinter wounds of the grenade. Both of them who were injured were given first aid, and we saw one of them was a bit seriously injured with multiple grenades, and he was immediately evacuated again in an army ambulance to 92 base hospital, Badami Bagh, Srinagar. Now, during this gunfight, our troops in contact were able to kind of home on and bring down effective fire on the terrorist, and he was neutralized. This terrorist was identified as Abu Huraira, resident of Pakistan, and he was a category A terrorist. With elimination of this terrorist, I am sure that we are sure the locals of that area have taken a respite, and they have got a lot of relief, as he was constantly terrorizing them, coercing them, trying to garner support for ramping up the recruitment in that area, which you all know is at a very low in South Kashmir. Now, in the end, I would only compliment all the security forces that for this wonderful joint effort, and above all, I would like to compliment the local awam who has actually displayed their synergy towards such operations, and who have helped us for this successful operation and elimination of this dreaded terrorist.